Hi everybody, I am Lady Stars and Fire, and this is our weekly reading for March 14th until the 21st. Now, before I go any further, typically when I do the readings each week, you all start to see where I pull up runes and show you, because I read runes, and usually you see many different gemstones with the runes on them, which are different colors and so forth. The reason for that is because I use several different sets in my rune set. I think I'm up to like 5 now. Anyway, the reason I'm telling you this right from the break is every once in a while, not often, but every once in a while, Spirit gives me the information of, you go to your book this week. See, everything that I wrote in this book when I was first coming up with the runes and learning them and understanding them was notes that I took, and from different areas and stuff. So basically the book is a little bit different than each individual rune, and every once in a while Spirit says no, just the book. This happens to be one of those weeks, so I'm not going to be showing you the runes, but I'll show you what the rune looks like from what I wrote down in the book. So I'm warning you when I get there. Second off, because I'm being told to do it a little bit differently this week, I'm going to start off with all the information that I was given from Spirit prior to making this video. Because I always say the reading is not my reading, it's Spirit's reading, and I'm just providing the channel to put it out there. Now, we are reminded, and I said this in the beginning of the first 6 months I made a reading for this year, and I'm being reminded to state it right now. This first 6 months, especially right now, is when you're starting to come into understanding solar plexus. Solar plexus, baby. It is for your success, and it is to find one's place. This is what's mainly going on right now. You are finding the awakening, the enlightenment, and your realization through these shifts of consciousness, through your solar plexus. But I'm being told what's happening is you're finding it through the detoxation that's coming through. Now, detoxation is going to be taking place in a different way from what we typically think of detoxing. When we think of food and we change our food and we're detoxing our bodies, this is more of a spiritual detox. It does have to do with the planets and how they're moving, but it's not only dealing with the planets and how they're moving. I'm being told this is more of a spiritual detox, so it may be coming out in a different way. Maybe feeling differently from any detox you've ever felt before. And that's okay, because the detox is necessary for you to find that one place that you belong in and to move forward and to make that happen through your solar plexus, as it is your will. And it is how you will find that success and be able to make it so. Now, before I go any further in that, I'm reminded to go back to also that reading that I did at the beginning of the first 6 months of this year, because on that reading I always do animal readings each bi-weekly, and I do that on my website. You can always check that out. It's ladystarsandfire.com. But I always do, or at least in the beginning of this 6 months, I was given an animal reading to give, and I'm being reminded to tell you of that right now. See, because that animal reading that I gave on that video also states that you have links kind of moving sideways, not walking up a hill in the snow, but walking sideways. And what that has to do with is facing your inner secrets, facing your inner spiritual truths, but they're not coming at you dead on. They're coming at you sideways. Kind of like a crab moves sideways, because I've been seeing crabs left and right lately. So it's telling you look at different angles right now. That's what that links was, is telling you we're coming in different directions. We're not coming dead on. And then I was also given a little itty bitty black stray cat who looked really tattered, looked really beat up, was having a hard time surviving. And the reason for Spirit giving us that little black stray cat is because the stray cat wasn't a cat. It grew into the big, strong Black Panther of valor. This is that detoxing that they're talking about. This is that moving forward. And I was told to give you it in that way in case maybe the other way wasn't getting in here. I'm also being told right now it is teaching you how to balance, how to reshape with the education and the inspiration that they are teaching you through this detox, as well as your own understanding of these changes. Stop letting other people dominate you. That has a lot to do with it right now. So if there's other situations in your life that you're kind of getting pushed around in directions maybe you don't really want to be in. It might be relationships, it might be family, it might be business. It's finding out what it is you want to be, what it is you love, and finding out how to do it. And if something's dominating you and pushing you in directions you don't want to be, they're bringing this to your ideal. They're making you see it right now so that you can start to fix this. You're not to let others dominate you. This is how we grow, they are telling me. It's about hospitable. It's about being hospitable. Learning through that give and that take. Again, I'm being sent back to stop letting others dominate. Yeah, stop letting others dominate you. It's finding your own personal strength, your own personal will to be able to do this. Being hospitable on the giving and the taking and the receiving, all of them, is how we learn for our own well-being. I'm also being reminded you have a lot of cords being cut, or you need to be cutting cords because other people are trying to fix their life as well, so you're having cords cut from you. As well as there are those, because I keep getting the stop letting others dominate you. It may be a past situation you're still holding on to, but you're letting that past situation you're holding on to continue to dominate you. So I'm being told also in that situation, cut those cords. They're not serving you anymore. Cut them. That's all there is to it. And I'm being told it by Archangel Michael. If you need help, ask. Some cords can't be cut. Some cords are family, but you can kind of like dissolve them and lighten that cord a little bit. You know, you can ask for that guidance, that assistance, because some family cords and whatnot are meant to be there. They're not going to disappear, but you can have that breathing break. And if you need that help, ask. If you don't want to ask Archangel Michael, ask another angel. Ask for help from your guide, from your guardians. Just ask for help, because if you don't ask, they can't help you. Asking is part of free will. You have to ask. I'm being told also this detox is different. Like I said, it's a spiritual detox. You may be feeling it in your digestion. You may be feeling it in your tummy. You may be feeling it in your thighs. Right here. Also, your thighs on your upper thigh, on the outside of your upper thigh. You may be getting like a tingling pain with some heat. I'm being told that that tingling pain with some heat is in part emotional blockages that are finding their way out of you. That's part of that detox. The pain, if not pain, but if you're getting heat right here, just all of a sudden like a hot flash of heat right in here. I am not a doctor, but if you feel that you need to visit a doctor for any reason, please, yes, do so. Otherwise, I'm being told from my spirits, from angels, in general, this might be easier for you to understand if you can understand that it's just a passing phase. Because this is how we detox. This is how we move forward. We are detoxing repressed anger, betrayal, frustration, emotional issues, self-judgment, overwhelmingness, pride, insecurities. You may be feeling it in your lower back, in your kidney area. These are all areas where you are breaking your blockages so that you can move forward, but you have to have that detoxation. The detoxation must run through you. And some of these areas, like I said, the thigh, that tingling and that little bit of burning, that's blocked energies that are having trouble getting out because you've been holding on to them, whether you realize it or not. Again, if you feel you need to visit a doctor, please do so. I'm only passing on what I'm being told. And what I'm being told is not always for everyone. I'm not going to lie. I'm not for everyone. I am for those who are, directed to me. And hopefully that while I'm working on me, it helps me to pass on what they are telling me to tell you. I'm not going to sit here and act like I got it all together. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm better than you because I figured it out. I don't. I just do what I'm told. And while I'm learning to help me, it's also bringing help to others, and I hope that it does. Now, I know I had a lot to say this week. I'm also being given my symbol of grounding. It is important to ground right now, even though you're going through this detoxation. But the reason behind the grounding is so as you're going through this detoxation, you can start to move forward in the material direction that you need to. Here, in this physical world, is what I'm being told. Again, so you are able to move forward in the material direction that you are aiming for. You have to stay grounded as we work through this detoxation, because you're still going to be having it for a while. I'm being told also, take action, but don't push. Take action to move forward in your life. Go ahead and do what you need to take those actions. But don't overly push right now, because it is the detoxation period. And you do need to give yourself a break. You do need to give yourself some self-love. You do need to take some relaxation time for you. So take action. But don't push, because you also need to take care of you. It is about self-mastery right now, both for your consideration of yourself and others, as well as detachment, are needed, is what I'm telling. Consideration and detachment are needed right now, because you are working on unblocking those lacking areas of your own personal connection to your higher self. That's what this comes down to, is what I'm being told. Now, I'm going to start off this week, because I'm finally to the runes, with Nathis. That's what Nathis looks like. It looks like a X tilted. Now, Nathis didn't just come to me by picking from the book. Archangel Michael brought it to me. Okay? And Nathis is the need, fire, de-stress the fire, determination, endurance, survival. The presence of a situation of something that must be worked through. It is your karmatic obstacles. So everything we're talking about right here with that detoxation, your own personal karmatic obstacles. The great change will awaken just to change and show the powers of what you already had that you did not know you already had, darling. Look for someone who is working hard or who may be struggling and may be showing through this. It is resistance. It is friction. It is resistance that strengthens the will and the fire from within. It is the need to banish the de-stress. I'm going to learn to talk one time, and warm the cold from within. Changes stress into strength, action according to need. Self-reliance through through positive action. In need of dealing with those circumstances. Ruin of overcoming obstacles, karma, and survival for self-preservation. meeting necessary requirements, and manifestation created by its absence. Every challenge is only a measure of one's hidden strengths, darling. It's breaking those addictive patterns, realizing what you feel you lack, and what you are searching for that is outside of you already is actually in you. It's coming to that own personal power, the self-power of myself, and knowing. That's what you're going through. We're working out of that blockage. Now, I have to go back for just a moment because I have been giving Thorisol inverted. And the reason it's being given to me inverted is in case any of what they said to me before I missed. I'm seeing it in my eyes, and I'm being sent back to remind you as you're going through that detoxation. It is betrayal that you may be feeling, that you're working through. It is some mental density that you may be working through. Defenselessness that you may be working through. Danger that you are feeling from that defenselessness that you may be working through. It may be moving through that hostile environment, that change, suffering through that violence of that you were working through. This is what you're detoxing. This is why they're showing it to me in inverted. And I'm being told right now, those who oppose you are your teachers. Those who oppose you are your teachers. And I'm being warned again. Warning, don't push. Like I said, it's detoxation and it's moving forward through that. But I was sent back to that. Now, I'm also being given Sowilo. And Sowilo didn't come from the book either. That came from my eyes as well. From the last 2 days, I've been being given Sowilo. I've been being given it in everything, like in yarn, in the clouds. Everywhere I go, I come across Sowilo. So I knew that was there. Because when I do the readings each week, Spirit starts to arrive the day before, and I just start collecting information. Sowilo is the sun wheel. It is air. It is a time of power being available to you. And change. Points to revelation of the clear direction. It's bringing about the end of that blockage for you. It also can be a journey over water or of finding one's way in here. It is your own personal navigation ruin. It is the presence of the teachers and the counselors. Guidance, setting goals, pursuing paths. Spiritual navigation, the sun being the light, loss of illusion, loss of the ice, loss of stoppage, so you can move forward. Sense of your self-worth, positive course of action. Oh, I got paper blowing away from me because I marked what I was putting in my book. It is hope, success, achievement, recognition, honor. But it is also reminding you education is positive and it is of good fortune, even when the education is of yourself. Then I am being given, it blowed away. Hold on. I have to find the one that blowed away. Okay. I am also being given Laguz. Laguz. Looks like an upside down L. Laguz is water, sea, lake, life force. It is the world of water, of rivers, of ocean. It focuses on issues of emotional creativity and spirituality. It is the healing power of renewal. That's what the detoxation is all about. The healing power of renewal. Imagination and of psychic matters. It is a journey that may be over water, may be indicated in the situation, or it is a journey deep into yourself. I'm counting it's probably deep into ourself right now. But to each their own. Maybe you are traveling over water. can show magical power at work. The presence of someone working with their own personal magic, their own personal will, their own personal truths. Looking for emotional people, creative people, and sometimes those who just seem to get their way easily. It is creativity. It is vital power of your spirit. It is layers of the existence of your own unknown. Energy manifesting from the unknown. It is testing evolution through tapping into your own vital forces. Release, surrender, and let it go, baby. Let it go. I'm being told right now, too, it has a lot to do with the manifesting energy from the unknown, which is going to be from the planetary energies. But it's also not just from that change. It's going to deal with you directly. So remember, it's just a phase. It's just a moment in time that we're walking through. Then, lastly but not leastly, I know how to talk one day, I really do. Burkina. And Burkina comes with heat in my face. Like I said, that heat has to do with insecurities, with anger, resentment, with letting that go. Working through that. Burkina is telling you it is fertility. It is beginnings. It is earth. It is the world, the tree, the plant, and the forest. It points to women, women's issues, female mysteries. It is the work of the goddess, the planet itself. New beginnings from within. New beginnings from within, baby. Fertility and cleansing intuitions are indicated. Detoxation. That would be that heat in here of letting that go. Maybe it's also through your mouth, because it's coming through the mouth in general. Just try to be nice about it. Burkina can indicate a person or a powerful woman. We move slowly through our learning, and this is how we grow, is what is being reminded right here. Preparation for new starts, new beginnings based off of your old patterns. Growth through carrying... growth through caring. Rebirth now into the hero that you are. Questing to the other world, birching and cleansing. It is the exorcism itself of releasing what is no longer germane to you, what no longer serves you, what do you just not need in your life anymore. It is the exorcism of that, no matter how it's coming through, even if it's coming through that heat in the thigh thing, or the pain in the back. It's your chakras being opened and unblocked. Nobody says growth doesn't hurt. I tell people all the time, when your chakras grow, it's like a child who is going through a growth spurt. Nobody said that didn't hurt. It's just how we grow. It is shape shifting. The shape shifting of who you are into who you want to be. Magical appearance and persona. Power of illusion. Shamanic practices as well as sexual freedom. Mysteries of the great mother, woman, and magic. Rites of passage through birth. And then it is women's power. I love you. I hope you have a good week. Take some time to love you. Be active. Take the action you need to move forward in your life. But don't forget to love you. If you don't love you, who else is going to love you? Take care of you, babies. And I'll see you next week. Bye.